Gaited horses are wonderful to ride, but getting them into the comfortable gaits and staying there is sometimes difficult. A lot has to do with what bit you're using. We experimented with different type bits with trainer Jody Childs of Dios Peruvians.
I really like the Peruvian. I've ridden most of the other gaited horses, and this is my preference. But even though they're very simple to ride, probably one of the easiest ones to ride, they're the most difficult to master. Their collection, their extension, their gait timing, there's just a lot of variables. You'd be surprised how technical this horse can be. This particular horse was initially Peruvian trained, but then American trained, and he was trained to carry his head too low for a gaited horse and too round. And he also doesn't like bits on top of that at all. So he opens his mouth a lot. He either wants to be too low or he will go high, but then he wants to lift his nose to the sky, which is incorrect. So finding that flexion at the poll with a head that's not too high takes a lot of work. And a lot of pestering the horse, because I have to say, okay, lift up. Okay, drop your chin. Okay, lift up. Okay, bring that nose down, straighten your shoulder. Keep going. Up, too low. The Peruvian bit is really made for the horse to respect. It's strong, and so you can overuse it too hard on the mouth and get a very unhappy horse. And you can see he still wants to have that nose up. It's hard for me to get the shoulder and the neck up and the break at the poll. Don't have it here. You can see he doesn't have a happy mouth.
Yeah, he looks like he's thinking about it quite a bit.
He's thinking about it a lot.
Jody tried a Mikmar combination bit, a bit designed to spread the pressure in an effort to get her horse to be more accepting. She had Kim Wyan from Mikmar ride for her to see how it looked from the ground. Riding gaited horses was new to Kim.
We're going to take more contact and we're going to drive him into the bit just like we do with a hunter jumper. However, you need to be a little bit of a dressage rider too, because I need some contact on your outside rein. There you go. Good. Not too fast. I know it's fun. Turn.
I'm not sure what fast is.
I know. Okay, we're going to collect a little. There. Very nice. Right there. Whoop, right there. There it is. Very good. And listen to the sound. It's going to be da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da when it's correct.
I think the thing is, I'm sure this is true for most people when they first start on, is finding what is right.
Yeah.
I mean, feeling what the right feel is supposed to be. Because once, I mean, like you would say, okay, that's good, and then I'd feel it, and then it's like how to keep them.
How do you keep it? Exactly.
Yeah.
The combination bit worked nicely, but because Peruvian horses' mouths are small, Jody wanted to try a new concept of a smaller version of the combination bit. A new bit called the Feather Bit, the newest concept in dispersing pressure with a trim, sleek design.
That's about what I want. How's the mouth look?
Quieter. Like, and much, not as nervous as your original bit, too. Like, you know, he's not thinking about his mouth so much.
See, in here, you can see I'm getting still a little bit of like a triangle look. See if I can describe that. Does the neck relative to the nose look a little bit triangle?
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd like it a skosh more pole bend than the triangle. Not quite dressage horse. Let me just play a little bit. There it is. know it's work, just like any other. Yeah, I love it now because I can do just what I want to do in a lot less time than when I'm fussing with that Peruvian bit. And then it's just like any other dressage horse. When you get them into ultimate gait, they're using all their muscles so much more. And then you've got to develop those muscles so that they're strong and he can maintain. But there's some really nice gait, I think. I have much better at the pole than I've had. He's not scared of it. I'm able to touch the reins and I'm able to tell him what to do. That's it. I just think it's great. It's fabulous. I can do anything I want to do. What would take me a couple weeks to get, I can get in a couple minutes. And then I can build those muscles and create muscle memory, so then I could probably just throw him back in the Peruvian bit for the show or the week before, something like that. But this way I don't have to fight and fight and fight. I can get him in there, build those muscles, build the memory, and it's fabulous. That's my only word, it's fabulous.
Jody wanted to see what he looked like going in this bit from the ground.
That's beautiful. There you go. That's gorgeous. I need it just like that in the show ring. Right there. Yeah.
Well, I'm not afraid to pull on him. I was kind of worried before about pulling on him too much.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Oh,
I have
so
chills.
cute.
It's great. Okay, these two are Pasofinos. They come from the same origins way back as the Peruvian, but they were different characteristics. A Pasofino, generally, they want a lot of steps. You want short, smooth steps. Their gait, it's lateral like a Peruvian, but it's a lot more frequent. In the show ring, the finest horses have the most number of steps from point A to point B. With the Peruvian, you want the least number of steps. Both are still very smooth. They're a lot of fun to ride, great on the trail. There, I've got a nice gait now, but this one does not like this bit at all. This one, the owner has not been able to find a bit that this horse really likes. So she's just doing all kinds of stuff back here, sort of cantery. It's very stiff in her back, very stiff in her neck. I've got flexion at the pole, but I'm being run away with because this horse is dragging me. This one's not in a Pasofino bit per se because the owner thinks it's too rough. I'm in a snaffle and she doesn't like that. She looks like she's arched pretty well from back here, but her back is very rigid and her mouth, she's leaning on me and jerking me around. You can probably see me bouncing. Okay, on this one, I want her not to lean so much, and I want her to relax at the pole and relax her back.
Jody decided to try the new feather bit with her client's Pasofino.
Her back is already undulating very nicely under me. Still a little cantery, she still has some tension. She doesn't really know what this is, but it's very lovely. Her owner would love this. Easy, Lindy. Yeah, her back is no longer rigid. Woo! She's doing so many things, I don't even know what she's doing now, but it's very smooth. Much smoother, much happier. Lovely.
That's like right there.
That is beautiful. It's beautiful. Her owner would be thrilled. I think the lip's always going to go, the bottom lip. I think she does that to the timing of the
I had an Irish
gait.
horse that did that. Never stopped doing that.
Yeah, it's not going to stop. And that's beautiful. She's soft at the pole. Her back is soft. She's gaiting very well. That's beautiful.
Good girl.
I made you a gaited horse rider in a day.
We're gonna get this done after all.
Yeah, that's beautiful. Give her a big pat for that. That's lovely. And I didn't think that the back would soften so much because we just put it on. How can that be? But right away, back is soft, gait's improved, just wonderful. It's like riding a different horse with this bit versus the other one. They felt like two different horses.